Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. La Liga TOTS has dropped in all of its hype with great evos, good SBCs, and of course, great cards in packs with so many cards in packs. We're all just ripping everything right now, and that's the fun part of it. But there is one part of this promo, even though it started off really well, there's one part I think that's leaving us a little bit unsettled, and it has to do with the way you feel when you pack one of these La Liga TOTS cards when you see how much it's worth when you look at the pack pool you just had. We're going to talk about that because it's going to have mega impacts on the market this weekend. You look at some of the prices of cards that I sold yesterday. Van de Ven for 2 million coins, he's half that now. Papsar for 230, he's like 60k, and some of the La Liga Team of the Season cards are even cheaper. What's it going to look like for the rest of this weekend on this game, and what does it mean for the rest of the market? And we have some really big evolutions that are leaked as well. Lots of them incoming, and they look pretty good. Let's talk about it, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Now, we got to start looking over yesterday's content with where the content started, and that was with the servers being down from content drop for about 45 minutes to an hour afterwards yesterday on this game. People were not even able to get on because the game wouldn't let them connect, and that's kind of crazy considering that this is really the first time that we've had a server outage that long on this game where people are unable to connect because of so many people trying to get on the game of all of Team of the Season. During Serie A, even the servers went down for like 15 minutes or so, or maybe 25, but this was a really long server outage, and again, that just creates a whole lot of frustration. But once people were to get in, we did see some pretty good content starting here in objectives. I'm going to talk about this Team of the Season Champs Legacy objective here, guys. I think this is a dub, but we're not all meant to be completing this. I am not a 15-0 weekend league player. There's no shot I'm going to get this group objective done. But what I like about this is if I play weekend league this weekend, or if you play weekend league this weekend, if you're a lower level player, or if you're a middle tier player in FUT Champs, win 4 matches, you still get a 93 plus pick. Win 8 matches, you still get another 93 plus pick. Win 10 for the Nico Williams card, which does look very good for the 99 pace, the 5-star, 5-star. Very, very meta in game, always plays above his stats. That's a great card. And then, of course, playing 15 matches. If you're playing the full weekend league, you get yet again another 93 plus picks. So basically, if you get 8 wins in weekend league, you're getting 3 93 plus picks. That's pretty good. Now, if you do go 15-0, you get a cosmetic, I guess this is a cosmetic Evo, evidently, competitive excellence it's called, and you get another 93 plus pick. So I understand a lot of people see this and like, it's an L, I have to go 15-0 to get the whole thing. Well, this is meant to be for the most ultra competitive players to get that little bit of extra juice, and really, if you get 15 wins, you get another player pick and a cosmetic Evo. So at least for a lot of us that play weekend league, getting 3 player picks is pretty good. I will say though, if you get disconnected from a game of FUT Champs, it's going to be very frustrating this weekend if the servers, fraud on that regard, because you're going to miss out on one of the play objectives for this, and that means you probably won't get this player pick. So hopefully no disconnects as we play this weekend, and also that means that probably not a lot of rage quits as well for this weekend's FUT Champs. But other objective content, we have the Brune and the Luca Bacchio cards in here. Of course, you complete 4 of these different objectives. You get both of those cards. And we have the daily play completionist with the daily play games back with the same rewards as last week. Also, we have to mention inside of the seasonal objective here, the Season 7 weekly play. I'm not done with it, of course, yet, but a lot of people are getting that 93 plus times 5 TOTS pack, and it looks okay, but man, there's just so many fodder cards that are 93 or above in Team of the Season. Now with another league being out, I do believe that those packs are going to be a hit or a miss. Let's go to evolutions because we had 2 good evos yesterday. In my opinion, these are good evos. The first one is called Keep Up the Pace, and actually both of the evos that we had yesterday are very centralized around pace. You get up to 97 or 98 pace you see here on these cards. It's not a great example because the card that's already shown has 98 pace, but if I were to put my evoed Christian Pulisic in here, he goes to 97 pace, and a free evolution boosting pace up that high, I don't mind it. It does take your card up to a 94, so it's kind of hard to evolve them after that, but this could be a decent evo because it has very open requirements. So if you have cards that you just need to give a pace boost to that are max 91, you could use this and get yourself a nice boost there. Also, some regular playstyles, it gives rapid playstyle plus, and it gives, what is it? Is there only one playstyle plus? Yeah, just rapid playstyle plus. So that's kind of nice too for Evo chains. I don't think that's a bad Evo at all. Now, this Hero in a Shell is the Striker Evo that we were talking about in yesterday's video. This was the leaked one, and it delivered basically just as leaked. It does give Finesse Plus as the first playstyle plus, so a card here like Gareth Bale doesn't get any boost because he already hits the maximums. But for some players in this, it's all about the pace boost, like Alex Morgan getting the quick step plus here first because it goes finesse, quick step, and then low driven. So like this Havertz card here who has no playstyle pluses, he would look like that at the end. That's a pretty good card right there. This is a great Evo, especially because of some of the cards that fit into it, or maybe it's a card you already evolved that fits into it, and that's maybe the problem. One of the most hyped players from this is Thierry Henry's 92 SBC. Of course, a lot of people glitched him up to a 95 rated card. We're going to talk about the Evo glitches in a second. He gets up to 96 pace, not the 99 dribble, but he does get 93 shooting, and he gets low driven plus. I don't know, guys. You have to, let's talk in the comments below on this one. Do you want this 94 Thierry Henry or the 99 dribble one? Do you like the low driven plus so much that you would rather have that than the quick step and maybe the ability to glitch to the 95? Or is that one clear? I don't know. The Mbappe, same situation. He had quick step plus and he gets finesse and low driven. That might be better than the Mbappe Evo from earlier. The only big problem with this evolution is it doesn't boost passing. And we mentioned that in yesterday's video. I'm very disappointed that it doesn't. But this Messi card is the one that I'm going to be putting into this Evo. I've got an Evo of him that already has given him some passing play styles, no other stat boost, but that's the card I'm going to be putting in this one a week before he gets his team of the season in the Messi versus Ronaldo week of team of the season. But I still think this is a good Evo. It's only 100,000 coins. I think if it did give the passing boost, it would have been more expensive. So I think this is a good one, and I think it's just kind of about finding a card that fits into this that you love to put into it, that wants the pace boost for sure. It's like a plus 18 overall, I think, for how much pace stat you can get upgraded. So you could take somebody who's really lacking for pace, kind of like Messi is at 84, and give them a really, really good pace boost. Wow, even my 99 dribbling Brennan Johnson fits. That looks like a sick card too. Of course, he's got the Spurs out of impact though. So I think that's a good Evo, but let's keep moving through evolutions. Guys, EA brought back training camp Evos. We haven't had these in a while. I kind of forgot about these, I won't lie, but they are back. It's a 2-week waiting period for the no cam, no party, 25,000 coins. And your player is gone for a while, but you get up to 95 passing, and you do get some decent playstyle pluses. This one gives incisive pass plus, press proven, and then long ball pass. And you can fit 92 rated players into this with up to 92 shooting and 90 pace. It cannot be a center defensive mid, center mid, or striker though. I think this was the first cam evolution that we saw leaks for in the video yesterday. So this cam evolution has been released, but there's another cam evolution that we're going to talk about in terms of leaks here pretty soon. I know it's a long time to wait, but if there's no card that you like using right now, but you like how they look at the end of this, training camp Evos are nice, at least personally for me, because you don't have to play any gameplay for them. You just have to wait until the card gets upgraded. Now, we did get the refresh of the Evos on the cosmetic side of things. EA refreshed the TOTS Plus evolution here. However, guys, the biggest news with this is the glitch is no longer working, and I will show you why right here, right now. I was hoping that this Evo would refresh so that I could Evo my Varane in the TOTS Plus upgrade to make him a 94. However, as you can see here, in the card type, when I look at his item, below his name, it does not say Team of the Season. That is what made these TOTS Plus and TOTS Recolor Plus Evos work last week for the glitches, is that it would change your card type. EA fixed that. This is them 100% saying, we don't want you guys creating the 95 Thierry Henry. So if you did use the glitch to create those cards, GG's, because it worked out for you, but it will not work any longer. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I was hoping to be able to do that, but usually for how glitches go, they're for a short amount of time only. So that's there, and I wanted to mention that a lot of people were asking. Now let's go to SBCs, where we had the player SBC. I've already completed it, actually. He's done. And in the club, we had the Anthony SBC. I got him done because I had so many packs saved. We opened a whole bunch of packs to try to pack Spurs cards yesterday. And this SBC in general, in terms of the price, I don't think it's terrible. Would Anthony be 480,000 coins on the market for this card? With the TOTS prices where they are, Absolutely not. As we're going to talk about today, this is not a 470,000 coin card in the market, but it's a very hype player for how he's been performing. The revival of his career, some would call, of course, from Manchester United here to Real Betis. The 99 dribbling is a straight up 99 down the entire stat line on the individual stats, which is awesome. The playstyle pluses is great. I wish he would have maybe had an extra playstyle, like maybe a tiki-taka base, or maybe a quick step base, maybe even just like a chip shot or a low-driven base on the card. That would have been a little bit nicer, but still a very high player. And let's be honest, for a lot of us that saved packs and were opening packs yesterday and even into this weekend, that's just a very solid place to put your fodder, because we all have fodder at the moment, and I think EA know that, which is why that card's not dirt cheap. But honestly, I find myself still swimming in fodder after opening a bunch of packs yesterday. I'm probably going to have to get into some of these other SBCs just to rinse out or clear out my duplicate storage, although we do still have some other SBC leagues to look at that could be incoming. So I think the Antony is awesome. I think that's a great SBC by EA. I don't think now it's fair to look at the price of a player SBC and say, oh man, that is terrible value because it's 400K and he wouldn't be that much on the market. We do that for a lot of the year, but at this stage of the game, with how much fodder there is and how many packs there are to open, and with the menu craft that we do have, I know a lot of people don't like it because it's very tedious and it takes a lot of time, but you can do the bronze, super bronze packs into the grind, into the craft, and then into the player picks, and back into the crafting packs, and you can just get so much fodder so easily that Antony SBC is not going to cost you very much out of pocket, if anything at all. It just really costs you more time than anything to craft it and get the fodder than anything else. So I think that SBC could have been maybe 1 or 2 squads less, but it's fine, honestly, with how much fodder we have. The other SBC we had yesterday was Baba Jide. She's 4-star, 5-star with 97 pace, very good playstyle pluses, very good playstyles as well in game. Her total price is coming in at 100,000 coins, so a bit cheaper there. Fun card to try if you want those Liga F links. And the other SBCs we had yesterday were pretty much par for the course. The refresh of the 84 plus team of the week. We had the 78 plus La Liga or Liga F double upgrade. Not going to really recommend these over the crafting upgrades and the 82 plus picks that we have, but maybe it's worth a try. And we had the 85 plus player pick, which was nice. I think I maybe got 1 team of the season from the 85 plus player pick yesterday, but nothing super crazy. Now, this is the big story with this team. We're talking about prices. And I know you're like, maybe, Nate, I don't really look at the market that much, but it is hard to not look at the price of these players and just be shocked at how cheap they are. We're talking about cards here that are team of the season 97 rated, that EA, as we talked about in yesterday's video, we have got more 4 playstyle plus and more 97 rated cards in this TOTS team than any of the TOTS teams released so far. And these are the cheapest TOTS cards by far across the board. Lamine Yamal is 5 million coins. We thought he was going to be like 6 or maybe more. Mbappe's team of the season card almost every other year of TOTS is extinct at 15 million coins. He is 7.5 million coins right now. Even cards like Vinny team of the season cards 1.1 mil. This Vinicius Jr. team of the year is 2.7. As a 97 rated card, this TOTS 96 rated Vinny is better in my opinion. Sure, he's got less dribbling by 2, less shooting by 1, but he has +1 passing, and he's got low driven plus, and he's got, what's the other one? Quick step? Yeah, low driven instead of finesse. So whatever one you prefer there, that's kind of on your, performance and your, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Your perspective. Yeah, that's the word. But look at this, 5-star weak foot on Vinny versus the 4-star weak foot on the team of the year. But this card's 1.1 mil and this one's 2.7. I think the point still stands there that this card is so cheap compared to the team of the year, and so many of these TOTS cards are dirt cheap. I just tweeted out a little bit ago, or a couple hours ago, this Valverde card, so many people were packing him yesterday. Valverde's TOTS cards are never 140,000 coins. I think it's the fact that a lot of people are feeling unfulfilled, or it just doesn't feel as exciting when you pack a team of the season card with crazy stats and maybe even 4 playstyle pluses. Then you go and check that card in the market and they're just really, really cheap. Now, again, these are great cards, but I think a lot of our value that we feel from packing players and packing promo cards, maybe if they're high rated or if they're just cool cards or whatever, I think a lot of our value does come from checking the market for that card and seeing like, oh, I just packed something that actually goes for something. Like, that card has value. And when you pack a cool card now, even if it looks cool and you're excited to pack it, when you look at the market and you see that it's pennies on the dollar, that doesn't really feel that great, you know? I think that's something that's new. We've kind of mentioned it before during this team of the season. It's something that is kind of new to this year's game, and it's maybe just a testament to how quick EA pushed the power curve this year. When you look at a card like that Team of the Year icon Gareth Bale, who doesn't even get an upgrade in stats in the end of May from an evolution, that card is still usable in the current power curve of the game, especially if you have already given him a playstyle plus through one of the evolutions. Like, that's all he needed to still be usable in this game. And that's crazy that was 5 months ago almost. That card's still usable. So, I don't know. That's one of the conversations that a lot of people are having right now. I think it makes a whole lot of sense. I really do. But that's a tough balance to try to strike. Like, think about it as EA. These La Liga Team of the Season cards are very packable, which is a good thing, which we like, we love. We like the opportunity to pack these cards. We love that. But then the flip side is that makes them cheaper on the market. And what it's going to do the rest of this week and this weekend, it is going to devalue the rest of the whole entire market. Like, here's the Van de Ven card, right? Under 1 million coins. Pedro Porro, who I packed, in my head from last night, I saw this card, and he was a 600,000 coin card. So when I packed him today, I was like, oh, let's go. Very expensive Pedro Porro. That's sick. I mean, he's actually going up a little bit right now. He's 220, now he's 250, but that's like a lot cheaper than what he kind of was originally in my mind, right? So I was like, oh, man. So that pack pull isn't as great when you think about it from a coin value perspective. And then for the rest of the market, this is the big warning that I want to give a lot of you guys. Sure, prices right now are rising. Like, look at McTominay. He was 400,000 coins after content. The best place to make coins yesterday on Promo Friday was out of packs Team of the Seasons. Harry Kane is a card that exploded. He was getting panic sold like crazy before the content drop yesterday. Because of the striker Evo, he was down at 1.5 million, 1.6 mil. After content, boom, goes right back up. Guys, please do not hold on to your old Team of the Season cards. I'm talking Serie A, I'm talking Bundesliga, I'm talking Prem, especially attackers, right? These cards have rebounded back really well, which is nice for this Friday night bubble that we are in, but it's not going to last with how cheap these La Liga cards are, man. When you have a Valverde who's 140,000 coins on the market, why do you think that Gravenberch is going to stay 400,000 or whatever he is, right? 410. Like, this Gravenberch card compared to this Federico Valverde, they're pretty comparable, a little bit different, but sort of comparable. Gravenberch has got some better stats, but people always value the new cards, the new stuff that has come out, and that much of a price difference between those two is really, really crazy. So I think that that's going to impact negatively a lot of the market this weekend on previous weeks of Team of the Season cards. So I would be very careful if I was you investing in anything Team of the Season related right now. And even these cards, other out-of-pack specials like that Lamine Yamal, a lot of the market is just going to be cooked by this because the La Liga TOTS are so cheap. So again, it's a good thing, but it's also kind of not a good thing in the same way. I think for some people, it kind of kills the hype. But for others, it's a good thing because they can afford them. And I think that's just a tough spot for EA to be in. Let me know in the comments what you feel. Do you like these cards being cheap because you can afford them? Or do you not like it being cheap because it doesn't feel great when you pack one that you think should be worth something and then you realize that it's not? Now, let's get into the Saturday content conversation for today as well. Obviously, it was a crazy day yesterday on Friday. Shouldn't be as crazy today, but we do have a lot of Evo leaks, and that's something I do want to get into. Quickly, though, first, in SBCs, we're going to get an SBC player. We know this 100%. I'm going to pull up the link here of the leaked SBCs that we have for this upcoming week. We have cards like Balde. We have cards like the Jimenez that we had talked about. That's the official TOTS team. The SBCs right here. Here's the post. Balde, right? That's the next big one. We already have the Nico Williams. We already have the Anthony. The Balde left back card is probably the most hype, apart from Guijaro. Both of those two would be either the two-player SBCs that we'd be looking for and most excited for. We do have a Mapi Leon that's leaked as well. We have the Jimenez again. The Barry card, Giovanni Kenda from Liga Portugal. Johnny Cardoso is a live card for the Conference League final for Betis ahead of that game versus Chelsea. But it's really the Guijaro and the Balde that people are probably most excited for. At least I would say I'm the most excited for. One of those player SBCs hopefully will be today on a Saturday content day. And then also on Saturdays each week, have some of the usual suspects of content like the La Liga specific upgrade pack. Last week we had the 84x5 Serie A. I don't know what the La Liga pack is or if it's been added to the code yet, but we should be getting one of those today, as well as a Flash Rush event, so watch out for that. EA did say, and I don't know if it's here in the menus. Yeah, it's right there. This week, it's all about competition. So sure, they're saying that Foot Champs competition objective is one of the main things they've already put out already. Does that mean we're going to get another cup mode that's more of a league mode? Or is the competition just that Foot Champs objective? That's the question that I have. So like there might be some good content with that, but also could just end up being sweaty content. I don't know. But in objectives there, watch out for the Flash Rush event and player SBC, and of course, an upgrade pack SBC. Now let's get into the Evos, because we're going to get an Evo today. We get an Evo on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every single weekend, sometimes multiple Evos. There's two that are leaked right now. We have a 92 max center back Evo. We've had a lot of center back Evos recently. Looks like it's not done yet. This one gives power header, but anticipate and bruiser plus also big pace, defending, physicality, and passing upgrades. And he says, show me players and I will tell you if they fit or not. Maldini does fit. That's one of the biggest things here. If you do have the Maldini card, as long as you didn't give him 4 playstyle pluses like this guy, you're going to be good, because it's 3 playstyle pluses max. And then he said that 92 Rio Future Stars fits as well. 99 physicality or 99 defending players do not fit. So that seems like it's going to be pretty wide open for what players would fit this. That's a good thing. That is 100% a good thing. Foot Agent kind of doubled down on this and said the evolution is paid. It's a stats upgrade, and your card ends up getting 94 defense and 91 physical. He says Maldini can be used. I think he even might have thrown a couple other tweets out there as kind of an example of what your player would maybe look like. Yeah, so usually when he tweets like this, that's kind of what he's posting. I think he's trying to say that it's going to be 94 defense, maybe 91 pace as well for the final upgrade, unless your card already has more than that, like Maldini was. So that seems like it could be a pretty good evolution. I think if we look up a couple cards like right now, some players have gone up in price of very popular center back players. Actually, he's come back down, but this leak came out pre-content, and you had Saliba go from 400K up to 866. This is getting to a point now where you could say maybe it's worth a buy once again to look at some of these center back cards that have gone up and then had come back down for evolution leaks. You can absolutely, that's going to be one of the best ways to make coins right now in this game still. It's kind of crazy that people are going to go and buy a card like that, that's Saliba, for 488,000 coins right now, when a card that might even be coming out from the upgrade of that evolution may not be as good, or it's going to be similarly as good to one of the TOTS cards that is in packs for a super cheap price. That's kind of a crazy thing to think about too, but people get so excited for evolutions because they get to pick the player, and evolutions have carried this game this year. That's a step back and talk about it during the summer type of conversation, but evolutions this year, even though they've had their moments for sure, and sometimes there's so many of them that it's kind of annoying and it's hard to keep up with, but evolutions have been the driving force, I think, for this year's game, and that's why you see the market move the way that it does. So just watch out for those 92 rated center backs. There could be some combinations, as we still have the Azuri Anchor, and I still think your favorite figurine, or maybe that expired today, but we do have the Azuri Anchor that is still available in here, and there could be some combinations on maybe some middle tier to lower tier center backs still as well for that one. So that's the first Evo that is leaked. But we've got another center attacking mid Evo was dropped yesterday in the game for the training camps. But this is another one that has leaked. Finesse plus, dead ball, and first touch. And he says stat boost must not be striker, center mid, or CDM. I don't know why this just reminded me of this, but remember back in the day with the old chem system and position changes where you could take a center attacking mid and make them either a striker, center forward, or move them backwards and go to CM or CDM with position changes. Imagine you could do that right now with Evos. That would be wild. Anyways, finesse plus is good. Dead ball plus, okay. First touch plus on a cam, You can't be striker, CM, or CDM either, so that's going to be a little bit more limiting. I don't know if he's responded to anybody in here. Yeah, Maradona 87 does not fit. That Javi Simons with 91 pace, 90 shooting, 92 passing and dribbling does fit though. Okay, that's pretty good. Pires does not fit. It looks like there's a pace cap. 99 pace does not fit. This Neymar does with 88 pace. So it looks like there might be a pace cap because this card with 93 pace does not fit, but this Javi Simons with 91 does, and Maradona with 93 does not. So it might be a pace related one, and maybe the pace is 92, limited to that number, as George Best is shown here on the leak tweet. So that's kind of what's going on right now for evolutions between the cam leak and the center back leak for Evos. I would imagine one of those two would be dropped today. Now, really quickly, I do want to take a look at evolutions for what Evos are expiring today. definitely take a look at the center back one that I mentioned, your favorite figurine, because I already started that one, but it could be expiring. I do believe we have a couple, is it maybe cosmetic evos that are expiring today? Let me quickly fly through this here. At the moment, the cosmetic evos, I think, sure, the evo glitch was like a really big thing, and that was really popular, and now that that's gone away, you know, the cosmetic evos for me, I end up letting a lot of these just like go away, honestly, except for the ones that give some good roll pluses. Yeah, none of these are expiring today, but yeah, the TOTS Plus thing, it's a little unfortunate. I still have my TOTS Upgrade and TOTS Upgrade Plus, so I do have a couple cards that I gave. Like, I gave Weston McKennie the TOTS Evolution Recolor Plus, and it was glitched out for him. So I'm actually gonna submit to this here and put him in as a 94, I think, and give him that +1. I won't be able to make him a 95, but technically this would be the only card that I would be able to do the TOTS glitch for. I think I might do that just to create kind of a crazy card, except I won't be able to get him to a 95. So yeah, it's just kind of unfortunate that glitch is over, but that again just kind of confirms what I thought. EA definitely did not want us doing that, and that kind of shows it there. Now, last thing that I want to end the video on is talking about these Spurs Europa League winners cards. These cards are rare. They fluctuate in price greatly. They are going out of packs tonight, and if you do want to invest in them, this is going to be a tough one. Honestly, I think you probably need to get in them pretty soon, because people are going to know these are going out of packs. These cards may rise into today on Saturday a good bit, and of course as they go out of packs. So that's a situation that I'm kind of watching myself as a Spurs fan. I would love to pick like a lot of these cards up and use them in the team. It's just really tough right now. I mean, obviously, when I'm recording this video, these cards have dropped a lot. Some of them have rebounded a little bit, like even Pedro Porro, as we mentioned here, was 220. Now it's like 250. Hopefully in the early Saturday hours, they're a bit cheaper again, and we can pick some of them up, but they are really rare. These were, I think, harder to pack than Team of the Season cards. So that's something to watch very, very closely today on this game if you do want to make one of those investments. They go out of packs. I'm not saying they're just going to continue to only rise in price after this, but I think it's something worth watching if you're a Spurs fan and want to get one of those in your team, just because they are super limited amount of time on this market. So that's going to be the video for me today, guys. Let me know, seriously, down in the comments, what you're thinking about the prices on the market right now in this game. Losing coins is never fun, but it's not even the fact that some of us lost coins maybe trading today because the prices are so cheap. I'm trying to protect some of you guys from that, from like saying I think the market could drop, but I think it's more so just the fact that when you pack a card, you want to be excited for it, and one of the things you get excited about is seeing that player sells for something and has value, kind of just on the game value. In other people's eyes, that card has value, and when you see the price is very cheap for these Team of the Season cards, I think that pulls away from it a little bit. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. But yeah, if you do agree, let me know down there as well. I will see you guys hopefully in a video tomorrow. I am going on a bit of a short holiday vacation, and I will be taking the PS5 with me, and I'm planning to make some videos, but it'll just depend on how the internet is and timing of things and stuff like that. So I'll be in tune at least a little bit with the content, still checking the content during the day, and we'll try to get some videos up. But I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. We will be back very soon in the normal setup with everything going on per usual, but I just wanted to mention that if we do miss a day or two in the next week, don't be surprised, but we're trying to keep the uploads in coming. So enjoy La Liga TOTS. I hope you guys pack some good stuff today. Send me your tweets. Twitter was like all not working or anything like that yesterday. I think maybe it's working now, but if you did pack some good stuff, send me your tweets, send me your message on PSN. I love to see that stuff, man. All right, good luck in your packs, guys. Good luck with your FUT champs, and I appreciate all the love you show here. If you enjoyed the video, drop a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in hopefully the video tomorrow. It's been Nathan. Have a great Saturday. Peace.